Hey everybody, this is probably going to be a much shorter review slash retrospective than the last two. I know the Day of the Dead one was an hour and a half, and the human one was an hour. This is probably going to be a lot shorter. There's not as much. To be quite frank, there's just not as much footage to include. I like to include a lot of behind the scenes footage for the albums and such, and there's not really a lot for this one. Plus, there's just not a lot to talk about. But anyway, we're here. Well, I could be a total bullshit liar. I actually have no idea. But I have the script written. This is a pretty short script compared to the rest, so that's why I say that. But anyway, here we're going to review Saint Asonia's self-titled debut album. So I hope you enjoy. Saint Asonia released their first teaser early in May of 2015, which featured the fact that 25 top 10 rock singles were shared between each member, 17 of which were number one singles, and they teased the band's first single, their logo, and clips of the band. On May 15th, 2015, the group released their debut single, Better Place. Now, I remember before this band came out, the first teaser being 25 top 10 rock singles. They were trying to figure out who the members were, because they never revealed who the members were until Better Place came out. And so yeah, I just thought that was an interesting note, that it was a mystery group at the time. They made their debut live performance at Rock on the Range as the opening act for the main stage on May 16th and were billed as a special guest. When asked about the title of the band, Gontier stated that they are more like refugees that just hit it off creatively. In June 2015, the band announced that their debut self-titled album would be released on July 31st the same year via RCA Records, featuring 11 tracks. Johnny Kaye was secured as the producer for the debut album. The album's lead single, Better Place, reached the US mainstream rock chart and the Canada rock chart at number 8 and number 9 respectively. The band premiered a new track titled Blow Me Wide Open on June 29th. The album's second single, Let Me Live My Life, was released on July 17th, 2015. Their debut self-titled album peaked at number 29 on the Billboard 200 and sold 13,000 copies in its first week. The album also topped the US Top Hard Rock Albums chart. Saint Asonia embarked on a headlining tour in August 2015 in support of the album. They also joined Seether in a fall 2015 tour. In February 2016, Saint Asonia joined the first part of the 2016 Disturbed tour as an opening act. Now on to the tracks. Track 1, Better Place. I really enjoy this scathing, more or less very much a diss track at 3 Days Grace. It's unfortunate how easy it is to catch the animosity between the two groups around this era of, both of those groups. With songs like Painkiller and Tell Me Why by 3 Days Grace feeling like an effort to undermine and replace the legacy that Adam left with the band. This song fires back at them only roughly a month and a half after Human released, and completely recontextualizes the departure of Adam Gontier from a betrayal against his band members to a choice made because of a toxic work environment, which makes sense as the environment behind Transit of Venus was kind of professional and not as much friendly compared to the environment of Human and the albums prior to Transit of Venus. Around this time as well, Matt Walsh had been posting a lot of stuff on social media talking trash about Gontier, and they had a back and forth. So track 2, Blow Me Wide Open. I really don't like this song. See, for me, at least the worst of 3 Days Grace's release that year was just repetitive or a little bit edgy. This song feels like an attempt to write a classic Motley Crue-esque song, but it falls flat on its face and is extremely awful. Also, something that has been kind of criticized of Gontier quite a bit is that a lot of the guitar riffs on songs that he writes are ripoffs. Like, It's All Over is a ripoff of Mr. Jacked by System of a Down. This song is a ripoff of an Audio Slave song, and it's kind of become clear that he does tend to take from other people. Let Me Live My Life. As much as parts of this song definitely veer into the same cringy and edgy territory as songs like So What and Nothing's Fair in Love and War from 3 Days Grace, I do really enjoy it, and I have to put, for my personal enjoyment, it still hits really well. Also, this is my brother's favorite song by this band. So, yeah, and actually, funny enough, I didn't know Adam had a second band for the longest time. I thought after Transit of Venus, he just retired. I thought he was like, I don't want to do this no more. And it was my brother Evan that actually showed me that Saint Asonia existed, so that's pretty cool. Even though I say, I really enjoy this song, and it reminds me of past experiences in my life. The guitar is really well done, and I quite enjoy it. Fairy Tale. Another really great track. The only issue that really puts Human above this album for me, and let me say this, like I don't say that lightly because like I remember making a list pretty recently before re-listening to a lot of these albums of, you know, every album that I knew that released in 2015. And it was like 30 or 40, I think it was 50 albums from 2015 from worst to best. And this was up there. This album itself was in my top 3, and Human was down in like number 7 or 8. So like for me to have re-listened and put this lower than Human is shocking. But really, for me, is that Human is about a wide spectrum of topics, and this album feels like the Drug in Me Is You by Falling in a Verse, where it's a breakup album directed at a past band, and it just really, the pettiness is it really just seethes with pettiness to me, especially the first half, and compared to Human, where it kind of just felt like they were creatively moving on. So. King of Nothing. I think this song is actually really underrated. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this song. I know Escape the Fate recently came out with a song with the same title, but I like this one a lot more. The guitar is fantastic. I think Mike Mushok is a genius. I never actually listened to any of the stuff any of his old band. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should review that. I don't know. Would you guys want me to review Stained? I'd be down to review Stained. But anyway, leave that in the comments. The bass is really thumpy. The lyrics and vocals really illustrate the feeling of desperation as you traverse through life and wonder where it all went wrong. Waste My Time. This song reminds me of my wife, to be honest. Dying Slowly. This is a really great song, and it really talks about Adam's marriage and his life with his second wife, and I enjoy it. This was actually, I think, Dying Slowly and Better Place were the first 2 songs my brother showed me by them, so. Trying to Catch Up with the World. This song was originally featured on Adam's solo album from 2013, the one that I talked about forever ago. And in my opinion on it really hasn't changed. It's pretty good. I think that it might actually, I think it's the most lyrically complex in terms of like, going through this album, it's the one that feels the most, like, I guess, timeless. I don't know. Happy Tragedy, another fantastic song. I put in the script that it was nothing notable, but I really enjoy it. I think the guitar is really well done. I think everything in it's really done well. And Leaving Minnesota, which for me feels like a less interesting version of Trying to Catch Up to the World, and I couldn't really get into it. So yeah. On April 29th, 2016, Saint Asonia released a cover of the Phil Collins song I Don't Care Anymore on their YouTube channel, which unfortunately wasn't very good because nobody can replace Phil Collins, let's face it. Hopping over to 3 Days Grace. I know this is a Saint Asonia review, but you kind of can't go between the two. On November 18th, 2016, 3 Days Grace, oh my goodness. 3 Days Grace released a cover of the Fantagram song You Don't Get Me High Anymore. They were nominated for the 2016 Juno Award for Group of the Year, and Human was certified gold in Canada. For some reason, their cover of You Don't Get Me High Anymore feels especially epic, like something out of a movie soundtrack, something out of like the credits. I remember, as cringe and horrible as this is going to sound, listening to this song on loop back when it first released and browsing fandom pages. Remember that website? It's shit now. For characters I like a lot of like, I think I specifically have memories of reading through the Gotham articles, like the articles for the Penguin, the Jerome Valeska, whatever, for that show, and like, well, that, I don't know. There's a weird memory. But yeah, in 2016, 3 Days Grace posted a bunch of live and acoustic sessions known as Sessions X. Strangely enough, they would later delete all of them from their YouTube channel, but a bunch of people came together and archived all of them. So that's good. I honestly think it was over royalties because a lot of them were covers of songs that Adam was involved with. So yeah, these are the Sessions X review. We got The High Road, which is an acoustic cover with Matt, and I actually enjoy this version more than the original. We got Let You Down, another cover of an Adam song that I actually like this more than the original as well. We got Riot, once again an Adam song. This version is great, but the chorus doesn't have the same anger and grit, and the scream doesn't hit as grit as the original. We got The Good Life, another Adam song. The Good Life, the instrumental for this is actually a lot heavier sounding. It sounds like something it does sound heavier than the original. However, I don't think Matt's vocals really suit at least this cover as much. Maybe if it was live better, but I don't know. We got Fallen Angel, which I think sounds great. We got Human Race, which I mentioned all the way in my Human review that I thought that had they included the audio of this in the middle, like to replace So What, and made this kind of a consistent returning point, that song, for their message to hammer it in, I think that would have made the album like an actual masterpiece. And then another version of Falling Angel. I don't know why they did Falling Angel twice. They also did Painkiller twice, and I don't know. I just kind of think that that's like an over excessive amount, and I wasn't really a fan, so yeah. On June 5th, 2017, drummer Rich Bedeau confirmed that he left Saint Asonia on good terms to do other things. On July 12th, 2017, the band played their first show with Mike Mushok's former Stained bandmate Sal on drums. Lowery departed the band during the summer of 2018 to join Seether full-time and was replaced by Art of Dying bassist and Adam Gontier's cousin, Gail Gontier, on bass. And so I'm going to play some clips now. I don't really know how to segue into this, but there was a lot of animosity on both sides. You know, Saint Asonia was doing a headlining tour, 3 Days Grace was doing a headlining tour, and, you know, there were a lot of comments. Not a lot of these are archived anymore. I've got a couple archived from Adam's side that I'm going to play as clips, but there was a lot of, you know, back and forth. As I said, Matt was posting stuff on social media, Adam was posting stuff on social media, and everybody was just kind of going at each other, which is why it makes it even better now, you know, looking at the current state of these musicians. And it really shows that Matt is just, like, the nicest guy because, you know, he gave up being completely in the spotlight to kind of just be on the side because I don't know. Like, I feel like had Adam been like, I want to join 3 Days Grace again, and Matt been like, I don't want him to join because, you know, he fucking left. I don't know. I don't really know how it all works business-wise, but yeah.
If any of you are wondering, yeah, this will be the time to pull out the phone. So what happens is we pull out the phones and we record this song and we go, is it better this way? Is it better that way? Did he do it better than they do it with the new guy? Let me just say this, well, you know, you don't need to guess whether I do it better than the other guy. The answer to that question is fucking absolutely I do it better. And quite honestly, I would, if I had the chance, I do have the chance, but if I wanted to invite my friend up here to come and take the guitar from me and do it himself, play the song himself and sing the song himself,
I'll do it!
I would allow that and we would see where we're at. But I'm pretty sure he's not too sure how to do this kind of thing. This kind of thing, I mean, playing acoustic guitar, put on shows, put your fucking feelings into your fucking music. Write songs that mean something to you, and then play them in front of people. I forget.
Yeah.
Every time we lie awake, after every hit we take, every feeling that I get, but I still don't miss you yet. Only when I stop to think about it. And Rich back here, being from Finger 11, of course. Corey from Stuck Mojo, Dark New Day, I Empire, Stereo Mud. But yes, we go back and we do old songs that we wrote from a while ago, and that's because I believe that you guys deserve to hear the songs the way they should be heard, basically. And I'm getting tired of hearing other bands do karaoke versions of songs that I fucking wrote a long time ago, so I think it's time to change that. So on that note, let's do this song. I know you know it. I want to see this place go fucking crazy. Montreal, let's do this together. Come on, from the front to back. I want to see everybody moving. Come on. Are you ready? Go! Let's go! Go! Come on, let's go! Go! 1, 2! So every time I I'm still caged inside. One, two, somebody get me through this night. So what you say? The darkest I open.
The trash talking really started on Adam's side. I think, from my recollection of this timeline, I wasn't there for all of it, to be fair. I only kind of read up on it. When Matt joined, he made some posts on social media that were kind of like sneak dissing Adam for like abandoning his band and shit like that. And then, the other guys tried to say that Adam left for health issues, but then Adam started doing his solo acoustic tour, so everyone knew it wasn't health issues. Although his voice does sound distinctly different after Transylvania's. Everything after his voice has a distinct airy, I guess is the term. I don't know when you would really say it, particularly call it, but it does, nasally, I guess is the term. It sounds a little like it. There was just a lot of he said, she said bullshit from each side of this conversation here. And then out of nowhere, St. Asonia came out, and all sorts of hell kind of groups around St. Asonia began to trash the Grace. They started playing Three Grace, was touring when they were playing the majority of their concerts with stuff that Adam loved, because the band performing it, and Adam didn't like that, so as you can hear in the clips, he very clearly trashes the band for playing the stuff he played as if they weren't going to do that, and then he proceeds to play his own, he plays the same songs he wrote, and it's just kind of the whole thing, and personally, I think Adam was mostly in the wrong here, and I think he's come to terms with the fact that he is the asshole for doing that they played songs that they released just because he was on them doesn't mean he gets to dictate whether his band plays them or not. It's you know, it's under the band's name, not his name. So, but yeah, Adam Valencia relapsed in 2017 and went to a treatment center. And since then, he's been sober and said he has no plans on going to a dark place anytime soon. A lot of Saint Asonia's second album was written while he was on drugs, and I think the quality of that really reflects. But we'll get into that another time. So I hope that you enjoyed. This was like a shockingly short video compared to the previous two I just made. But yeah, I think that this was a good start. Yeah.